Okay, what up ladies and gents, it's your favorite Asian robot right here. Hopefully your favorite official content creator for First Descendant. And today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about Hailey's drop rate. As you guys know, in the recent update, Hailey's drop rate was doubled according to the devs. I can certainly say that her drop rate has significantly improved, but you will find that her drop rate is still roughly around 30 to 40%. We have the data to prove this, and we have an entire stream which we did to prove this. But let me walk you through that stage by stage. So, for those that wanted to see the live testing, we did it all entirely live with my crew. All right, as you can see, Hailey drop test right there was a 4 hour and 11-minute stream where we checked out everything. You know, we went through each of the various missions and we tabulated all of it into a spreadsheet and then calculated the rates at the end. So that is what we did. Before I go into that, let me also show you, this is where my stuff started. So my Hailey, I had 7 pieces of her reinforced cell, 15 pieces of her stabilizer, 15 pieces of a spiral catalyst, and 6 pieces of her code. And by the end of the stream, okay, I had the following. It's not much of an increase, but I have 11 pieces of her cell. All right, which compared to the 7 from before is better. I have 18 pieces of a stabilizer compared to the 15 from before. 16 pieces of her spiral catalyst compared to the 15 before. And is that 16 or 18? 16. Okay, sorry, I couldn't see that for a second. And 11 pieces of her code compared to the 6 from before. Why much more in the code? Because the Haven is very easy to farm. All right. I'll also tell you in this video which are the easiest hard mode infiltrations to farm, and we'll go through that stage by stage. All right, so now you know how much I have. All right, back to enjoying the Albion background music. Let me pull up my super nerdy spreadsheet. All right, da-da-da-dan. Okay, so 3 other members of my crew got involved. Kaz, of course, she's also here in the background listening to the video. Haza. Hey, Haza.
Sorry.
Your voice died so hard when you saying hi.
It really did.
Lol.
It truly did.
No, it's fine, Mom. Thank you. Mom's bringing me a snack for later. Okay, and Track was also involved in this. We recorded the time taken and whether or not we did a perfect score. That means we broke the highest amount of score needed for that particular hard infiltration. Okay, don't worry too much about the timings. We were just assessing something separately here, but these calculations we will not bother you with because they have no impact. Okay, so every time I would go through the mission, if I did not get a piece, it would be an N. If I did get a piece, it would be a Y, obviously. And then we highlighted all the times that we got Ys. And what we did is at the end, we plugged it in, number of drops. So out of however many runs we did, and like, for example, myself and Haza, we ran throughout the entire way. Except that he disconnected once, so there's a blank there. But out of 34 runs, I had 13 drops. All right, so these are the number of times that I had drops. And if you were to check the stream and actually tabulate it yourself, although it would be pretty ridiculous to do so, you would end up at the same number. So 13 drops out of 34 runs, that's actually a rate of 38.24%. For Kaz, she only joined us midway for a short bit. She had a total of 9 runs. And 3 drops out of 9 runs, which is a 33% drop rate. Haza had 33 runs with 13 drops. That was a 39.39% drop rate. And Track had a total of 5 drops out of 16 runs. Unfortunately, pretty bad luck, but that's still a 31.25% drop rate. So when you actually tabulate all these results together, overall, there were 34 drops within our whole group and 92 runs in total for our whole group, right? The overall calculated rate was about 36.96%. So this is in line because I believe some other creators have mentioned that the drop rate is, having done their own testing, the drop rate is between 30 to 40%. I would say that this literally corroborates that evidence. So Hailey's drop rate would be somewhere, for her pieces, it'd be somewhere between 30 to 40%. Now, something we took note of during stream, and I guess I can tell you this because it's pretty important, is that when you kill the boss monster at the end, Hailey's pieces, all right, will be a purple drop for the first 3. So if you take a look at this, If you see the boss drop 2 purple materials, it'll have the cog symbol, by the way. That means that you've got Hailey's drop. But for the code, for the data chip, sorry, if the boss drops a golden cog material at the end, that'll be Hailey's data chip. It does drop from the boss at the end, so I do have to say that I started using consumable drop rate increase modifier in order to get it. This is Bunny, by the way. This is not Hailey. I haven't gotten Hailey yet. Still farming my way through. But yes, I decided to get consumable drop rate increase, and I've also got equipment drop rate increase. I'm obviously not using module drop rate increase because there's no need for that. And gold drop rate is just for riches because need more gold always. But yeah, this is what I was doing during the runs in order to see whether or not that would improve my drop rate. I don't know if it had an effect, but I would say to be on the safe side, make sure you've got that consumable drop rate, see if it helps. All right. Now, I'm sure you guys want to know which is the fastest hard mode infiltration to farm. I got you on that. Okay. Remember those timing things that we did? All right. We were also using them for some other purposes, but if you were to look at Hailey's reinforced cell DNA, it'll tell you. This is available in Kingston Hard Magister Lab, Kingston Hard Slumber Valley. For the reinforced cell DNA, all right, Magister Lab is by far superior. If you were to take a look at our fastest speed runs of Magister Lab, while also maximizing the score, we were getting around between 2 minutes and 42 seconds up to about 3 minutes. All right, so Magister Lab can be done in roughly 3 minutes. This is in a duo, so I would highly recommend Magister Lab if you are going for the reinforced cell DNA. Okay, so there's that. For the next one, now Slumber Valley, you can also get it, but Slumber Valley is longer, so there's no point in wasting time. For the stabilizer component between the shelter and the chapel, it's pretty obvious. We did that, let's see, 7th run. Yep. The shelter is by far superior. The runs were between 4 minutes and 53 seconds up to about 5 minutes and 55 seconds, roughly. So this is where the chapel was much longer at about 6 minutes and 20 seconds. So if you're good enough, you should be able to run the shelter more or less in about, on average, 5 minutes, 20 seconds. 5 minutes and 25 seconds, so it should be okay. All right, that is the timing that we were roughly getting. So for stabilized component, one last time, the shelter. Now, for Hailey's spiral... No problem at all. For Hailey's spiral catalyst ring, this one, if we were to show you this one, let me pull up the spreadsheet. For this one, we tested both and we found that the Asylum was far superior. The initial run was not so good, but once we figured out the methodology, we were easily able to get runs between 5 minutes and 7 seconds up to about 7 minutes and 24 seconds for the initial one. So I'd say roughly around 6 minutes 20 would be on average. And yeah, that was a lot faster. So the Caligo Ossuary is roughly about 7 minutes and 20 seconds even at the fastest runs. So it wasn't very good compared to the Asylum. The Asylum you can kind of barrel through because you don't need to pad the score even if you want to go for a perfect run. Excuse me. You don't need to pad the score in the first area, but you can pad it a little bit in the second area to ensure that you get double amorphous drops. So the Asylum was far superior as a choice, even when trying to run fast. All right. Now for the last one, which is Hailey's data chip, okay, this one is a no-brainer. We tested both once again, and if we were to show you the spreadsheet, come down here, that'll be between here and here. That'll be between here and here. You will notice a drastic difference between the Haven and Mystery's End. Mystery's End was about 6 minutes. The Haven was about 4 minutes and 4 seconds, even at its longest timing. On average, we would be about 3 minutes and 52 seconds, roughly, on average for the Haven. Even in just a duo or a trio, we're easily able to get the timings right on the Haven. So, quite frankly, if you want to do her data chip, the Haven is a no-brainer. It is way, way faster than any of the others. And that basically covers everything. So if you are looking to farm Hailey, all right, quick summary, make sure you go for Magister's Lab for her reinforced cell DNA, Shelter for stabilizer component, Spiral Ring Catalyst is the Asylum, and Data Chip is the Haven. Basically all the first options, not the second options, all right? That's where you want to go for Hailey's bits and pieces. Her drop rate is roughly our guesstimate is roughly 32 to 35%. That's our best guesstimate. I would lean closer to 35%. So don't be discouraged if you're not getting the drops, but it is still not going to be a ultra fantastic high drop rate. I'd actually assumed a drop rate close to 50%, but I was wrong later on. And yeah, 35% seems to be about where it's at. All right. So thank you very much for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope this helps you farm Hailey. All right. The drop rates definitely increased from the 4, so that's pretty good. Thank you very much once again. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to register me as your favorite content creator if you would like to support the channel. All right. Link is in the video description. And last but not least, it is time for me to No, I'm just kidding. It's time for me to thank all of our top supporters. So, starting with our top channel members, Vegas Moxie 27, Arcane Silver, CG Mayhem, Death Dawning 982, Haza, Jose, Princess Star, Track Hoodie, all at Plus Ultra. Thank you guys so much. BVS Fang, George Tishon, and Nisk. Sorry, his. I just realized the window is a bit big. Sorry about that. I've now got enough members to cover the whole window, but yes, Nisk is also at OnlyFan level. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. I truly appreciate you guys being a part of this and, you know, keeping the channel running, especially in the tougher months. Okay. Now, today was the last day for August's top supporters. September's list starts out soon. But our top tipper, crossing over into September, was CG Mayhem with $150. Top tipper list includes Luke Greenfield. Top super chatter was RR Odyssey as our very best super chatter this month. Top super chatter list includes Sebastian LeChance, George Tishon, TX Panicking, Sir Tommy Gunn, CU Yuri, Death Dawning 982, I3XO, Atomic John B, Ted Wu, Phil the Mega Pint, BVS Fang, thank you so much. Top channel membership gifter is CG Mayhem, with other top channel membership gifters being TX Panicking, Haza, Musanede, Truffles, and George Tishon. Thank you guys so much for all you guys do for me. It is mega appreciated. Arcane Silva should also be in that list, but either way, thank you guys very much. Sorry, his name might be cut off at the bottom. Apologies for that. But yeah, there you go. Those are all top supporters. Thank you very much. If you'd like to be in the list for September, well, come visit us on stream. Thank you, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.